Why it's so cold? Oh my God. It's freezing. Hey. I'm trying to figure out why it's so fucking cold up here, bitch. It's cold as hell. Shit. How you doing? I woke up, I'm like, and I hate sleeping with clothes on, but it is cold as hell. Oh my God, it's cold. And I guess too, because we're on the 4th floor, it's just freezing. Shit. I hate when I wear that matte lipstick. Lips be dry in the motherfucker everything. Yeah, I'm like, that's what it must have been, because I'm like, this shit ain't regular. What's going on? It ain't been this cold in a minute. Girl, that bird like to fly right by this window. That bird like to fly in the window. Shit. How you feeling? Happy Saturday. I don't know why I woke up with Beyonce in my head. You can't break my soul. I don't know who tried it, but they better know they can't. It's giving boss, bitch. Then Spirit was like, get online. I don't know who be fucking with the collective and shit, but they should stop. Girl, I'm about to go. I woke up with South Beach on my mind. Sick of this shit. And then I'm not even in Atlanta. I'm in the DMV area. Like, why is it so cold? Why? I'm not built for this. I am not built for this. And I don't want to be neither. I don't want to deal with this shit. I don't want to deal with it. I'm going to pull a collective message in a little bit in a second. What that Vaseline taste? Ugh. The fuck? But these birds going crazy today. What y'all got to say? I'm about to write down which one I'm looking at. I need to look up a red cardinal, but that motherfucker's in my dream. I think I was talking to that nigga. So when I said that, another bird. That dream was real last night. I'm finna do a video next week about, so Saturn. Okay, boo. So Saturn has been in fucking Aquarius for 3 years. So, you know, I be into astrology, but I feel like the last 3 years I've gotten more deep into like spirituality and just like, cause that was when I started my business. So I've been more focused on that, right? But I haven't been paying attention to astrology like that. Girl, I was looking at that last night. I said, 3 years ago was when all the bullshit started within my relationship, when my life went crazy. And you know, I got Aquarius in my moon sign. And yes, girl, I'm gonna look it up and I'm gonna send it to you. Cause I done looked it up before, but I feel like every time you see stuff, you should look it up because you may get a different message. You know what I mean? But girl, Saturn been in Aquarius for 3 years. This has been hell. This shit. It's been 3 years. This is 3 years of hell. Bruh, even just like, I'm going to do a video on YouTube to break everything down. But, also too, my Patreon prices, everybody was wanting me to lower it, so I did. I switched some of the things and switched it around so I could. So it is lower now. By the way. But bro, I did not realize that Saturn was in that Aquarius Like, I wasn't even paying attention to that shit. Yes, it's been in there for the last 3 years, which is about to go into Pisces. And I'm gonna break down like, but think about Pisces and Aquarius. Aquarius is fixed. Like, bro. And for anybody who has major Aquarius placements or dealing with Aquarius, because even when when my relationship started going crazy, there was Aquarius too, that Aquarius sun. I'm like, oh, this is what the fuck going on. Yes. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You know, we like family at this point. I need to hurry up and get to Tennessee. Okay? That's where the fuck I need to go. I need to go walk in one of them waterfalls and fuck the bullshit, okay? We need to go to the casino or something. But yeah, I definitely want to come see you so bad. But Spirit been making me sit still. Look at that little bird. I didn't even know them little birds be flying out. I feel like that sounded stupid. I had to start talking lower. But girl, Saturn. You know, Saturn is like the daddy and shit. And I'm not going to be disrespectful because it is Saturn day. So I'm going to tone it down. But think about Saturn is ruled by... not Saturn is ruled by, but Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. But also, too, they had a Capricorn stellium. But Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. But you know, Aquarius, also, that was the first ruler of Aquarius. I know. I just want to go out there and sit for a few days in a tent or something, like, for real. Now, listen, like we got to talk about this shit because they done tricked us. I might just post this on YouTube and talk about it on here. And then if y'all got a question, just let me know. I'll shut the fuck up and come back. But Saturn been in, hey boo, Saturn been in Aquarius for 3 years. 3 motherfucking years. And I ain't even gonna lie. Saturn, like I said, Aquarius is my moon sign, right? Bro. Then Capricorn is my house of business. My second house. I wondering why, like, a lot of shit was just so difficult for me, right? And it's coming out in March. I'm gonna do an official video, like an official video for YouTube. But we about to talk about this shit because it's on my spirit, and spirit is like, just go ahead and talk about it. Why you keep playing? So I'm like, okay. Saturn been in Aquarius for 3 years. Y'all know the bullshit that been going on for 3 years. Corona. Not supposed to say those words, but you feel me? All of that bullshit. Then too, like, I know a lot of people who've been dealing with hella shit. Like, even just me, but I've been dealing with a lot of shit. Like, I've been dealing with a lot of obstacles, especially depending on where you have it in your chart. So my Capricorn, like I said, this is why we gotta look at our charts because it's so important. And I'm gonna start doing, that's another thing I'm starting in February. I'm starting to do astrology posts. I'm gonna go over every full moon and every new moon and tell you how you can utilize it. And then on the Patreon, I'm gonna break down for your rising sign and your sun sign how it will affect you. So we're getting into astrology now too. So even if you don't know your natal chart, you watch those, you'll be able to see, like, okay, you feel me? And I already told you we was gonna work on your chart together. So send me your information again, and I'll do. I owe you anyway. Gerda, send me your information again. Yes, girl, I feel like even like my life used to be so smooth, as in like when I used to, I feel like I've learned definitely how to be more serious, because I feel like before I used to be able to manifest really good, but it was because I was really, really carefree. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I have a lot of like free placements. Like, I like freedom. Okay, I like to travel. You feel me? Like, all that is like vital for me. My sun is in my 8th house. We're gonna talk about the 8th house, but the 8th house is the house of Dharma. This is why I'm a healer. This is why I'm spiritual. This is why I study. It's about philosophy. It's about all that, right? So those two, when we look at where it's at in your chart, especially, you see how it affects you, but look at how it affects the collective, right? All of that, like, even just seem like it's been a lot of, with the protests, like, I don't even really watch the news and stuff like that, but think about all that stuff. Think about all that. You gotta have your birth time. If you don't have your birth time, try to get something close to it, but literally, my birth time was, my mama told me the wrong time at first, which was 1:11. And I was born at another time, which was like 30 minutes ahead of that. Well, a little bit more, give or take. I'm not about to drop my birth time, you feel me? But it was like literally like only a little bit, like that less of time in between. And my whole rising sign changed, right? So, you gotta have a birth time. If you don't have your birth time, I would say you can study today, but your rising sign is not going to be accurate. You know what I'm saying? Because it's changing literally every 30 minutes or something like that, or every 15 minutes. It's changing often. But yeah, so if you have it in your top 4, but you can look at your moon sign, because the moon, think about every day, you feel me? The moon is going to be in that sign for at least a day. So you'll know everything else will be accurate, but your rising sign not going to be accurate. So you can still use your chart. Your rising sign just won't be accurate. But you should try to get as close as you can to whatever your mom say your time is. Because sometimes the moon changes within, like, you know. So you want to kind of get as close as you can. But the rising sign, you know, if you don't have your birth time, it's not going to be accurate. Yeah, so you're not going to know your rising sign unless you know your birth time. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie too. Ask your ancestors to reveal it to you right in the bay leaf, put it in your pillow. Because I was feeling like my shit was off, and I kept telling them to reveal the shit to me, and then I was led to go get figure it out, and I figured it out. So they may lead you or give you an answer, and I say if they give you an answer, trust that shit, okay? But yeah, so thinking about Saturn is all about restrictions. Aquarius also, that energy is like, because I ain't gonna lie, with me, I feel like I've been restricted as fuck within my business. Especially within my business and within my, love life. Like, it's been seeming so, you know what I'm saying? Even with this relationship, I feel like I was forced to heal my relationship with my mom, because, you know, the moon rules that too. So I'm gonna stop talking about me, and we're just gonna talk about like the general about this. So thinking about how that affects the collective. Okay, so Aquarius is like, I don't know why Spirit just said irate. That's what the fuck it's been feeling like, okay? So think about this inventor. Even though the energies kind of work together, they kind of clash, because Aquarius is also very much headstrong, right? That energy is fixed. So coming with Saturn, it's just been a lot of like stress of like trying to force us into this, and because Saturn is coming with the okay, we need this and this and this, but here comes Aquarius, where yes, Aquarius is worried about this and this, but Aquarius is also worried about being different. Even to think about how we entered into the Aquarian age, right? We came out of the Pisces age, entered into the Aquarian age. Pisces, which we're going into, Saturn is going into Pisces March 7th, I want to say. I'm going to give you exact dates because I'm going to do another video. But Saturn is going into Pisces. So think about that. We're in a year of 7, which is what? Spirituality. It's a lot, y'all. So you know what I'm saying? That's why in the next one, I'm going to break it down. But we're in a year of 7, spirituality. Pisces is about spirituality. Pisces sign rules over the soul, okay? And Pisces rules over the 12th house. If we know about the 12th house, we know the 12th house is what? The unseen, hidden things. I even have a video on the 12th house on my channel, right? I got that. I think that's still up. But check that out. If it's not on my channel, it's on my Patreon. So, thinking about Saturn going from Aquarius into Pisces, we're going to have more dreams are going to be, I already been feeling this though. Especially with such a major shift. This is why y'all been feeling it too. With such a major shift, something that's been in here for 3 years, that's about to switch into another 3 years of placement. You feel the energy before the actual day, of course, because even with full moons and new moons, we feel the energy 3 days before, 3 days after. So we're feeling this, okay, because it's already here. The energy is already here, and the planets are constantly moving and shifting into where they're going. So it's already headed towards that direction. Now, this year is why not only, okay, is it the spiritual 7 is the spiritual year, right? But that is Pisces also too. Think about Jesus Christ. Jesus was a Pisces. He was born during Pisces season. And like the Vatican, it was a lot of like religious stuff. If you do history and you look into his story, right? We look into his story. It's a lot of Pisces to do with people wanting to be Christian and stuff. When placements go to Pisces, people want to, not even just Christians, but people want to change their life, right? I know my mama, I told my mom they're Christian, right? And she did a church event, probably 2 months ago or something. Or maybe not even 2 months. Maybe it was December, right? And she was like, oh my God, this lady was so like, as soon as I went in there, everybody was trying to get saved, this, and that, and the third. That's because of the energy in the collective. It's not even that they want to get saved, but they spirit. Well, I'm not going to say it's not they want to get saved. I'm not going to be disrespectful, but but it's more so of their spirit is feeling the energy. You feel me? Like when I tell people that's why I don't talk a lot. When I'm out in public, when I'm dealing with friends and family, I don't talk a lot because people's spirit got its own mission, and a lot of people ain't in tune with their spirit. I'm very much in tune with my spirit, and I'm led by my spirit, but everybody not led by their spirit. So most people that's talking, they talking, but their spirit has agenda, whatever their spirit is, or whatever vibration, because we talked about the demons and the angels thing. So whatever vibration that they've decided to buy into, that's who talking. So you gotta listen to see, well, what is their real spirit? You know what I'm saying? Right. So with that placement coming in, we're gonna have intense dreams. Visions are gonna be intense. People are gonna get away from the phone so much, get away from the technology so much, and want to just be. Like, I know I've been feeling this too since December, of like, bro, I don't want none of this shit. I just want to chill. I just want to be. I want to, just make enough money so I could be able to be, not excess or whatever. But before we went into Saturn in Aquarius, I feel like I was very much more so focused on money. I feel like I was more before this, so 3 years ago. More so I was focused on money. More so I was, I feel like a little, I was about to say self-centered, so we could say that. That's what I was about to say. I was trying to use a better word for it, but Spirit's like, just give it to him. Like, give it to him. We don't got to filter nothing, okay? So, Spirit. But yeah, I was very much self-centered. And that's why I know, too, I experienced a lot of issues in my relationship, and it was reflected back to me. About, like, yeah, you want to be a bitch? We're going to show you what it's like to be a bitch, okay? So, Spirit has taught me a lot of lessons within emotions, because I told y'all it's my moon sign, Aquarius, and then so that Saturn was pushing rules down, and I've changed extremely expeditiously. Within 3 years, I've changed a lot. I would literally say I went from little girl mindset to I'm very much like, y'all know, you feel me? Y'all get the energy now. I'm not in a little girl mindset no more. I'm very much on my shit. But two, I also say that I also was in a place of like, I felt like I had forever. Like I wasn't paying attention to or really focused on my evolution. I was more focused on like this worldly pleasures, and like it taught me to really focus on my spirituality. Period. Exactly. And that has happened for a collective. Because even, especially like Aquarius sun signs, like they have went through so much shit. But this year is going to be the year that, and I'm born the year of the rat. Do y'all know what year y'all born? On the Asian? I'll be into that too. We might do a video on that too. I like that. I'll be into that. But I'm born the year of the rat. But a lot of Aquarius, like that too, I feel like puts a play on. You can look at that to see, like for Aquarius, where you have it, if it's heavy placement. Look at what year you was born on the Chinese New Year. But I like to reference all that shit. But yeah, so even with me, like being born the year of the rat, we can be very, like, we can be very career focused. Like, I ain't even gonna hold y'all, like, too. Sometimes it will come to where I had to find the, like, complete balance of, like, not being too, this is the year of the rabbit. I was born the year of the rat. But this is all our year. This is going to be all our year now. This is a good-ass year. The year of the rabbit is good as fuck. But what people don't get is, too, that the first 3 months of this year is not... We're still not in the... When we get to Aries season, that's when shit going to pop off. That's when it's going to be like, oh, Happy New Year. I'm doing a ritual, too. The real New Year. You feel me? Search the year you was born. Well, we can do it in the DM. When I do your natal chart, I'll do it for you. Just you'll send the year you born, I'll do it. But yeah, you just search the year you was born, and then when you look at the year you was born, like you know how last year or one of the years was the year of the tiger. I think last year was something else. You know, the gold is different ones. But yeah, so you just look at the year you was born. But like my son and my brother are both born the year of the monkey, because it's, you know, it recycles basically. But yeah, so for this year, especially the year of the rabbit, like people's like, oh my god, like a lot of people are getting into a depressive state because they're like, it's supposed to be the year of the rabbit, but it doesn't seem like it, because the year of the rabbit is what? Abundance. It talks about like rabbits move quick on their feet, but they also are like harvesters. You know what I'm saying? Like it's that type of energy. This is an abundant year, okay? But this first 3 months, like I told y'all, like after Valentine's Day, things are gonna start to kick off, and then after March, people's money and everything's gonna pick back up, okay? But then also too in December, it's gonna slow back down. So we want to make sure that we plant the seeds that we need to plant. Especially if you are if anybody listens to this later, is a year of the rat. You need to be planting your seeds now, because we're gonna have, I think, April's gonna be a big time for the year of the rat. Like for us that's born in the year of the rat, we have to make sure we plant the seeds now, right? That's why I've been planting my seeds. But also too, for a lot of the majority of the other signs, planting the seeds for all of us for real all year. But then while November and December come, we want to make sure that we've planted those seeds already so that we can reap the harvest. Because if we didn't, that's going to be a time of like, maybe I need to reevaluate my career. November, December, like maybe I need to reevaluate my career. Maybe I need to look at what I'm doing. Maybe I need to change. Maybe I need to alter. Okay, so plant y'all seeds now. Even if it's like with me with the Patreon. Things are going to change. Things are going to evolve. Be okay with that, right? Especially with the year of the rat, I can be very fast moving. Rats are fast, right? They also do plenty. Reproduce plenty. So I have to, this is the year for me to slow down, because the rabbits is fast too. So it's a year for me to slow down in moments. And naturally I've been doing this, but I didn't even look into my stuff till, I haven't even looked into my Asia stuff till like last night and the last few nights. Because I used to do it, but I've just been, you know. But yeah, so this year is calling for us to slow down. Now we back into the Saturn and Pisces. Slowing down, like meditating, praying more. Like this is the year where if you really want to get deeper in your spiritual practice, not even the year, because it's going to be the next 3 years, but it goes into retrograde cycle. I got to look it up. It's going to go into a retrograde cycle, though, after this year. I got to look it up, what's the dates and stuff. And in that next video, I'm going to have all the dates for y'all, break it down, so y'all can write everything down. Y'all can look into it, put it in your calendar, whatever case be, baby. But, yeah, so this is the year where if you really want to get deeper in your spirituality, you really want to, and I know we connected with our ancestors and things like that, but if we want to get a deeper connection, if we also too want to work with gods and deities that we feel like we may not have been able to work with before, because Saturn has been in Aquarius, okay? So Pisces has been other places, Neptune, right? We know Pisces is ruled by Neptune. And that is like spirituality. So this is the year where, especially with it being the 7th year, putting this together, this energy, the numerology of it, you can really connect into what it is that you want to do spiritually. Also, too, it's going to be another probably wave of like people that are healers, people that are light workers, people that are like you. We may even see it now. I don't really be big on social media and like watching other people's stuff. You feel me? I really just kind of post and live my life after that. But people are going to start coming out. Like more people are going to be healers, shamans. They're going to realize their calling, okay? And then too, you know, social media going to come with that, probably that shit of like, oh, y'all, oh, everybody want to be healers now. Yes, because the energy's serving. The energy's serving, okay? So I say it's a really good practice to put the phone down and to maybe you pray. Maybe you meditate. Maybe you take a nap. Taking a nap, you can heal through. Like I know I woke up early this morning and I was doing a little bit of work and then I needed an answer and I went and took a nap. I'm telling you, that dream work. The dream work gonna give it to you every time. It's gonna reveal to you what you need to know. Now, how could you couple it up the best to get the best visions, right? Yes, definitely. For anybody that's in this incarnation and you're black, gotta work with the like the Orishas. But and always think about this. Everything is in tangent right now. You feel me? Time is not real. Everything is existing. This 3D realm, this simulation that they distract us with, it's a distraction. All that other shit is existing. Not shit, but everything else is existing right now. So you can connect with those things. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. But yeah, so when it comes to that, it's like people will see things like people might levitate. People like I feel like we're gonna see some crazy stuff this year. Like not even crazy, but you know, crazy to the eyes, but not the eye, right? Also, too, like the visions that I've been getting. All my friends, homeboys, like everybody around me, like damn. Hey, like the type of shit that I've been warning people about, and like everything coming to like even just I'm seeing visions of like very clear shit. You feel me? Like I'm there type shit. So if you want to tap into those type of things, those gifts, I recommend you get like some amethyst. Also too though, when you want to tap into those things, make sure that you are staying protected. So how could you stay protected, right? Black crystal. That's another thing too I've started to do all year this year. I usually do it sometimes or have crystals in my room, but the spiritual, it's been very, when I go to sleep, I'm working, right? So I've been sleeping with crystals in my bed, or sometimes I'll sleep with them in my hand, or sometimes I'll sleep with my son to protect him, because it's been a lot of spiritual things going on, right? So we want to be aware of that too, because you know it's polarity to everything. If the visions are getting deeper and everything's getting deeper, then so is the fuck shit too. So think about that, right? So make sure that you're doing your spiritual baths. Like this is that year. Do your spiritual baths. Maybe you want to start like getting your own cards and looking into pulling your own cards every now and then. Maybe you get a pendulum. And you know what I'm saying? This is the year for that. Also too, especially when it comes to like astrology, tarot, spirituality. Like, people try to sector those things out, but all of that is a part of, it's all together. You feel me? It's all together. I started with tarot reading, watching tarot readings, then I started doing astrology, then I started spirituality, then everything just started to mix. Then it's like, you know what I'm saying? So don't let nobody put you in a box either this year, or try to shame you because you want to do different things. It's all the occult, right? Also too, this is also a year where you can study deeper. Like you're saying, you want to learn those things. This is the year that's serving to study deeper. Like, say this year you might study it, especially after March, you may study it about Archangel Michael, and he may visit you after you study it in a dream. You feel me? Like, when I tell you, like, the way Shango been showing up for me, not Shango, I love you, daddy, you too, but Ogun. Girl, for real. And when you have, I ain't gonna dig too deep into this one, but you know the reptilians, right? Y'all heard about, y'all know about the reptilians, and I'm gonna be teaching that. We're gonna go over Egypt and Patreon this week. But when it comes to the reptilians and that's like, when we get into that type of stuff and how, you know, everybody don't got souls. It's spiritual warfare with spirits that you don't even know. But also know that you're protected and call on your spirits. Like, I literally woke up one day and it felt like something slapped my body. Somebody was trying to get into my astral body. And I was somewhere else. And I had to come back. And I'm like, I had to rush back to my body because I'm like, who the hell trying to jump into my body? For real. Two, this is the year to stop questioning our intuition, okay? When you have a dream or something like that, don't take it so literal. Sit, pray, meditate, talk to your spirit guides. Okay, what are you trying to reveal to me? I say, when it comes to stuff like that, don't push a narrative. If you see something and it don't make sense, ask them to reveal it to you. Take a nap. Put it on a bay leaf. But ask them to reveal it to you. Don't downplay it because it could be showing you something. You know what I'm saying? So just ask them to show, like, be more clear, right? But when I tell y'all, this is another thing. I was talking to Ogun, because y'all know I've been working with Ochosi and Ogun heavy, and I'm gonna tell Ogun's story soon. But Ochosi and Ogun work together, right? I ain't gonna lie, I definitely feel like they work together. Some people don't believe that story or whatever the case may be, but I definitely feel like they work together. Yes, and then that's the thing too, like, he may not even be doing exactly what he was doing in the dream, but he doing some other shit. You feel me? Like, that's why I just like to, if it's not enough for you to accept it, as in, like, it's not clear enough, ask them to show you something, show you more clear vision. But if you intuitively feel like it's, like, you know, like they're revealing something to you, trust your intuition. Pull your energy back. Because it may not be that in the dream what it was, but metaphorically they're like, you can't trust this motherfucker. So, but yeah, like, Ogun, I told him what I wanted. Like, I work with all the Orishas, you know, not every single last one of them actively, but the ones I showed y'all, I actively work with all those, okay? And I asked him for something 4 days ago. Because, you know, Ogun, if you having trouble with, that's why we got that war begins and ends with Ogun ritual coming up. He don't motherfucking play. And I'm sending y'all, everybody that's going to be a part of that video, a part of that reading, y'all got to get a video or whatever. And I'm going to teach y'all a little bit more in depth of how to, even if you wanted to work with him, how you can set it up. But with him, he's like, number one, all the Orishas, they're very understanding, right? People think they got to go buy everything and do everything and all that. First of all, number one, don't get pimped out by don't get pimped out by no God or no deity. Because if we all in tangent existing at one time, you could be a god or a deity and you just not in that realm right now. You feel me? Because I know I'm a god. I'm a deity. You feel me? So I don't get pimped out. Like a lot of people get pimped out by their gods and deities and shit like that. No, don't get pimped out. And what do I mean by that? When you start to work with a god or deity or a Orisha or whatever the case may be, which Orishas are deities, but you know, when you start to work with them, you offer basic things, as in, okay, you gotta give them water, maybe giving them, I give offers from outside, pine cones or get apples or little chocolates, stuff like that, okay. But I'm not gonna do too much. I need you to do what I'm asking you to do. Show me that you're gonna show up for me. And then we can give you more. And then I'm not gonna OD. We're gonna constantly, this is a relationship. You do, I do. Well, I do first. You do. I do, you do. Not I do, you ain't doing it and I'm still begging. No. I do, you do. I do, you do. And I give deadline. I give time frames. Because I need my shit to happen at a certain time. So, if you don't meet that time, we know we done had a disclaimer. I don't got time. I don't got all day to be waiting. And I know that they powerful. So, and this is why I'm going to do that altar video too, to teach y'all. And that's why too, when it comes to ancestors, like bloodline ancestors, sometimes it's not really effective to work with them. Because what the fuck have they done? If they was just to not disrespect no one, but like my granddad. He was really an alcoholic his whole life. You know what I'm saying? He was a Rolling Stone. He built a lot of bad karma. I love you. I will honor you. But I'm not going to go asking you to do things that you couldn't even do in your own life. You feel me? Like, people got to make sense. Definitely. Gerda, I definitely feel like you should join him. Especially for us with our pure hearts and shit. He comes in and he's very much not playing that bullshit. Any type of fuck shit that you feel going on in your life, I'm telling y'all, I'm giving y'all a prayer too. Like, it's going to be a few things you're going to get with the ritual. I'm not going to actually show the actual ritual no more because haters be weird and they be trying to send weird shit on our shit and they're not doing that no more. So, I'm just going to give informative videos, little baths and stuff like that. But yeah, like we're not into spirituality to get pimped out. Think about how many lifetimes, thousands of lifetimes that we've been here. You feel me? Especially if we old souls. Don't get pimped out by the spiritual realm. It's a relationship. You're not gonna just keep buying no nigga shit and he ain't giving back. You feel me? So, and it's just like people gotta respect themselves, right? We gotta respect ourselves so that we're not gonna just take that shit. So the way I do it is like, I asked Ogun for something 4 days ago. Hey, he ain't playing. We done had 4 different more transactions since then. So I wrote down everything I wanted to get done, right? And I wanted it done in 7 days, which is on his day that we're going to do his ritual. Or what is it? So however many days it's been since then. But the ritual is Tuesday. So that'll be the 7th day. Or Wednesday will be a 7th day. One of them. So it's been like 4 or 5 days. I'm not counting because I don't feel like just doing all that extra. And I know it's small math, but my brain is a lot of places, okay? I say we pick. Because that's another thing. Now let me say this. I remember it was this guy I met, and he said, he was just saying how women should be lucky when men choose them and they decided they want to be with them, right? I'm not waiting for no man to choose me. We should be choosing each other, right? So when it comes to deities, and I'm going to do an official video on this too. Let me write that down so I don't forget. Or let me just screenshot your comment. Okay, so when it comes to deities, I feel like they may come to me in a dream and stuff like that. Like I remember Oshun, she came to me a long time ago, but I feel like that's for people that's more so like you've been doing your shit. So look at research, right? Google, look at the qualities that they bring. Now, I recommend Orisha for every black person because naturally, black people, we have African roots. So, naturally, whatever our soul has been through, in this life, we connected to that, whether we want to believe it or not, right? So, I always recommend the Orisha and all of the Orishas. Now, people think you just got to pick one Orisha. And it's no disrespect to anybody who watches this later and feel like, oh, well, this, and that, and third. I don't fuck with that. I don't agree with it, but that's their opinion, and it is what it is. Now, with me, and it's another thing, too, like, people have a problem with people that know what they want. People don't like that. But who give a fuck what people like? So, what do you want? What do you need? I know I was working with Ochosi. Me and him was working together. We was working on the herbs, right? Actively. Then, hey boo, then I had that experience that I told you about where it said like somebody was trying to get into my body. So I kept having a lot of little shit going on. So I'm like, okay, so Ogun, and you know, it all comes with us doing research, okay? So you'll know about them. But I had told him, I'm like, I'm not fucking with that shit. First of all, I've been working with all of them, but I was working with Ochosi heavy. And two, like with me, like, let's say, well, I'll tell you what I do. I dance with them. At nighttime or whenever, I make at least like an hour to 2 hours, maybe even 4 hours to spend time talking to them. That's why I did their paintings. You know what I'm saying? You want to court them a little bit, but not where you're spending money to go broke. You can like I did, paint them, or you can research about them. Imagine somebody researching about you. That's somebody loving on you. That's somebody that cares enough to know about you. That is enough. Like, people think they got to go and do the most. No, that's not how it works. Research them. Just you researching them, writing stuff down about them, learning about them. Any deity respects that. Now, when it comes to dragons, that's another story, okay? We'll talk about that. That's a whole other story when you're working with dragons. But when it comes to gods and deities, we ourselves have been gods and deities in past lives. And when we think about time not existing, I'm getting hot now. When we think about time not existing, think about that like that, okay? So you have that energy in your DNA. You may just need to activate it, right? So what I do is I have whatever I got going on. Like whatever issue I may got going on. As in, I want this amount of money, and my money's not looking like I want it to. I want this amount of subscribers on YouTube, or I want to get monetized on YouTube, but it's not looking like it. Or even to smaller goals, like, or say you want this person, or you want this. Realize, number one, too, we can have whatever we want. We just got to know what we want. So, like with Ogun, now I spend time with them I'm not going to say every day. Ideally, I would like to every day. But I would at least say like 4 days a week. I spend a good little hour to 4 hours. But it don't have to be that extentful because I'm doing a lot. I'm asking for a lot of shit. I'm doing a lot. So for somebody that's just, you know, you may be asking for just basic things. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a little bit extra. You don't got to do all that. You feel me? But I know I ask for a lot of shit. So I spend my time. And even too, like, I make them a part of my day-to-day life. So say, and also too, pendulum. If you want clarity and you want to know for sure, you can ask a pendulum. I told y'all could literally I had took my bracelet thing with the bead on the bottom of it and turn that into a pendulum. Take a crystal, tie it to a string, turn that into a pendulum. Because a pendulum is just something on a string, right? You don't need it to be a crystal. It could be anything. Take it, tie a string to it, hold it, and ask them. That's what I do too as well. Like, okay, are you pleased with this? Is this enough? Also too, when you join the Patreon, you're going to see I did a lot of offerings for them that I didn't have to pay much money for. Because it's all about the dedication. It's more about the way that you do things. You feel me? So I'm not going to go and spend all this money on you when I'm asking you for money. I don't have that to do that. So I will do what I can, right? When it comes to coffee, when it comes to this, when it comes to that, I break that down on a video, on one of my videos on Patreon. Well, not one, a few of them, right? So even just how I did that video about going into nature getting pine cones, leaves, and I be buying them like little stuff like this. Like, it don't take much. But I didn't buy them this chocolate until they did one of the things that I asked for. Now, too, when you want to break it down and you see what they stand for, you see what the deities God stand for, or whoever you're working with, you see what they stand for. What do they do? What do they bring to the table? What do they got to bring to the table? Okay, so let me see how I can utilize that energy, or what energy do I need right now? So like with Ogun, we doing an Ogun group ritual because I need to fuck some shit up. Because a lot of people go through spiritual warfare. I need him to go and knock all that shit out the way. Also, too, a lot of people are not, and I didn't put this in the post, but we're focusing on, too, bringing money to people's pockets. But a lot of people not realizing that the blockages that people trying to send them is what's blocking their money. It may be slowing their money down. So that's a part of that group ritual, too. I'm doing that. But I'm not speaking on that, but because if you know Ogun and you research him, he's about this physical realm. He's about making things happen. Okay, boo. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Let me finish this statement so I don't lose it, and then we're gonna come back to that conversation. And do you got any specifics, or you just want general energy? But Ogun is about this physical realm. This ritual is to get us physical results. Shut down any blockages that's sent to us in this physical realm, so that we can have physical, tangible, touching results. That's what he rules over, right? So, say like I didn't have an active altar because I'm moving around, doing all type of stuff, right? So I told him, I said, okay, I'm gonna get your machete when you make this happen for me, which was like $20 or something like that. And I asked him for something. Okay, I'm gonna get your pot when you make this and this happen for me. And that's how I go. It's just like that. But when you don't do what you say you're gonna do, that's when the problem comes. No, exactly. And I feel like people really do that so that they can have your ass come to them to fix the problem later, right? I'm gonna read your cards real quick. But yeah, like we gonna bring it back, cause it is a relationship. Like we wouldn't be doing that for no nigga or no woman we wouldn't be doing that. So why are we doing that? This person was in human form and got deitized. You can be deitized. You feel me? We're gods. Okay. Okay, Spirit. Hold on, let me close the door. And also, too, like I said, don't say everything out loud, because we know it's other spirits in the realm, right? You feel me? So when I ask questions for my pendulum, I say it in my head. That's another thing too. People be saying shit out loud, and then them other spirits be telling them other shit. Ask in your head. That's how you know that it's the real connect. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Okay, Spirit, give me general messages for Missy. What she got going on in the future? Okay, and I'm gonna do the dream after I do the general. Period. Ooh, turn up. Let me get some more, Spirit. As soon as I got into it, my throat chakra, you may need to be, I'm hearing speak up for yourself or assert yourself. Get into your masculine energy a little bit, as in knowing what you want, asking for it. I'm hearing Spirit, like how people gonna give you, look what's on the bottom of the deck. Speak up. I'm hearing Spirit say how people gonna know what to give you if you don't tell them, right? This is kind of what we was just talking about with the Orisha relationship thing, but in real life too. Like a lot of people in society will expect things of people, but they don't say it. Like me, I let people know, like, so there no misconfusions. I want this. I like this. I need this. I want, you know what I'm saying? Some people think that's selfish or self-centered or whatever. No, you need to understand self so that Especially too, like when we writing and asking spirits for things, like we gotta know what we want. Okay, so spirits like speak up, be assertive. If you don't know exactly what you want, start to write it down, start to journal, and then you'll get clarity. Okay, hey, clarify these messages, spirit. But that was what just coming to me. I'm about to finish pulling this spread. Not that one to come out. Ooh, your spirit guides are showing up in a major way. Whenever I get that card, you have a lot of spiritual assistance, okay? Also, too, I'm hearing that you need to tap in. So you may need to sit at your altar space. You may need to, look, innovation. They could be about to bless you with a new idea, okay? They want you to spend more time with them, though. Changing your water daily. Maybe making some coffee. And when you make that coffee, make it sweet, okay? Make it sweet, creamer, okay? Yeah, look, then you got potential on the bottom of the deck. I'm just getting like an anticipation type of thing. And I know you were talking about you was going to move the other day, but I don't think it's that. I think this is something that you're about to do career-wise. Like you're about to get some type of intuitive download. Look, and dominance. We just spoke about asserting ourselves. This is that you need to be more dominant. Yes. Yes, you need to be more dominant. You need to be more assertive in telling others what you want, how you want it, how they need to do it for you, and don't feel any type of way about it. Because a lot of us didn't grow up with moms that were in that type of energy, but that's the type of energy that Spirit wants you to take on. Because I heard you're a powerhouse. Spirit just said you're a powerhouse. You need to be tapping into your own energy. Also, too, I'm hearing like make sure that you're spending that solitude, time in solitude daily, so that you can get the spiritual download that you need to get. Because I feel like a lot of people may be around you projecting shit onto you. And that's why you can't think about your intuition or something. Or this is what they saying. I don't know if you having blocks or not. But they're like, even if you don't feel like you're having blocks, it's more that you should be getting. And you're not getting it because somebody around you trying to project some shit onto you. Look, in Destiny. Somebody around you trying to project some shit onto you. So... spiritual bath, cleanse your space, sage. If you can't sage, like maybe incense. If you can't do that, open windows. Why is it in reverse? You could be seeing 111. Also 2444, 4244. Okay, so 2. Now look into that. Now, okay, so let's talk about that. You said you don't like being around your dad because of his energy. Okay, so anytime that we feel irritated by somebody else, we have to look within because they're reflecting something back to us that we don't like within ourselves. And that's why too, like, excuse me. Somebody don't want you to be speaking up for yourself. Keep fucking with my throat chakra. But I was resenting my family because, you know, they're Christian and they was like, it wasn't resonating with my spirit. But I had to really like humble myself to see like if I'm feeling some type of way in their environment, that is something that I need to look at within myself because we're a reflection. So what is it that this person is reflecting to me about them that I don't like of myself? You feel me? So I had to do that. Like we got to do that and like see like, and a lot of times, you know, you may not be able to just, because I know I couldn't in the moment of pinpointing, okay, well, what is it? I didn't know. But praying, asking your spirit guides, reveal it to me. What is in me where this person is bothering me? Now, also, too, put yourself in that person's shoes. Do they have a hard job? Like, you know, like when I look into my parents, sometimes they always have an attitude, something like that. Like, it's like, they always in the matrix. They always have to deal with the matrix. So they always do this, like, kind of look at it from a compassionate place, okay? But I feel like you definitely could do that. And I feel like you are... Too, I'm getting that you're frustrated with him because I feel like you could see what he could be doing to make it easier and he's just not doing it. But Spirit is like, we can't make anybody do anything, you know? So, but I feel that. I feel that, okay? Because, girl, I feel that 100%. Because I'm dealing with that. We all dealing with that, though. So that's a collective thing. It's not just you. And we have to learn how to, listen to, what's the name breaks that down really good? Abraham Hicks. I would listen to a lot of her. And I'd be like, damn, like, because it was just, even now sometimes too, I have to catch myself like, why am I getting irritated? Why am I getting mad? What's going on right now? Everything is okay. Because, too, that mind manipulation thing, too. You may even be picking up on his thoughts or his, you could be empathic. And it's effect, so you got to be able to, too. I close my eyes daily and throughout my day and build force fields around myself for protection. And that is, it works really good, okay? And then also, too, having our protection crystals on us at all times, whether we in the house or not. I be keeping my little crystals right here in my pocket. You feel me? And that's like black crystals. But you about to embark on some type of new beginning. Also, too, you're about to get final equal give and take. I was hearing spring, so like April. But you're finally going to be getting an equal give and take, okay? Spirit wants you to have hope. Have hope. Too, you could be moving on from things. It feels like, too, maybe that's... Ooh, I was just hearing house, too. And I forgot... You were telling me about that yesterday. So you could be moving on to that house soon. But Spirit wants you maybe to conquer this battle first of like finding peace within the storm so that you can exit the storm. You feel me? Also, too, your awareness. And the amethyst was highlighted to me again. So tapping into your awareness. You're very aware. You're very, I feel like you're very knowledgeable naturally about spirituality. You stop doubting yourself, okay? Also, too, like remember that we came here to remember. We're remembering. We've been here before. We've done this. Most times being in the occult, we've done this before. We're remembering. This is not your first time, right? Also, too, you got miracles. Okay? Also, like, look into Ma'at. I know you were saying you wanted to look into deities and stuff. Look into Ma'at. Egyptian god. We're going to talk about her on the Patreon. Yes. If you got the amethyst, try, like, sticking it on your third eye, on your heart chakra space. I like to do it on my face. Sometimes I put them in my wig for my smaller ones. I'm telling y'all. But look into Ma'at. Now Ma'at, she's beautiful. She's very giving. She's very like motherly energy. But also too, she don't fucking play that shit. She get real rowdy, real crazy. You feel me? As well. When it comes to people and she have to defend her honor. Even just the sword is being called out to me too. Like maybe you need to defend yourself spiritually. Also too, like when it comes to dealing with people in the 3D, I sit their ass down in the 5D. I visualize them in the 5D sitting the fuck down, literally, on a chair. Like, leave me alone, sit your ass down. Like, for real, I do that. I close my eyes, visualize, like when I was having a lot of problems with my mom, parents, stuff like that. I will visualize their ass sitting the fuck down. But you gotta be able to tap into that vision because women roll over the 5D, men roll over the 3D. That's another conversation. Yes, and too, what you talking about the Eye of Ra? I got Daughter of Ra written on this paper right here, right? That is somebody else that come through for me, like real daddy energy, like, and daddy as in he don't play that shit. When people coming for me, when people trying to play with me, he's not like he don't play that shit. So you may need to look into him too, Ra. Look into him. Look into his story, you know, and he helped bring money too. Period. But you got miracles and triumph. Things are about to really be picking up for you. I know I said spring, so just try to plant your seeds now. Try scripting. Get very clear on everything that you want. I'm about to pull on a relationship thing too. But get very clear on what you want because they want you to surrender to the divine. Surrender. Everything is coming, right? It's coming. And you got a lot of new beginnings coming as well. It's needed for you to have tenacity. It's needed for you to step into your power, really to own it. I'm hearing Drake, own it. But really step into your power and own it, okay? Also, too, I'm hearing this hidden. Like, everything that you're supposed to be doing may be hidden right now to you. You may feel like, step into what? Spirit, what am I supposed to be doing? But Spirit is like, it may seem like it's hidden, but as you go, everything will start to evolve. Everything will start to come together. Everything will start to make sense. So just pray, meditate, maybe take a nap to get clarity. But yeah, like, it's going to be some type of idea that's going to be given as well, okay? But with innovation and guidance, your spirit team too, they want you to know that they're here, they got you, they're protecting you, and they're defending you. Also, too, you have cosmic power. And I feel like as women, Yes. And I feel like as women too, like we naturally get, people try to dumb our spirits down, you know what I'm saying? Or even just think about when you do feel under attack, realize that you under attack because you're a powerful being, cosmic power. They don't want you to get this shit. Just like how I said, when you ask questions to your pendulum, ask it within your mind. I said that because when you are speaking out loud, like me, I was a baby born with a veil. I have a big, powerful calling over my life. Only 1 in 80,000 babies be born with a veil. I hear, like, I can hear spirits that don't have bodies. You know what I'm saying? Entities. People call them demons. Some of them be angels. Whatever the case may be. I hear both of the lower vibration and the high vibration because I'm in tune. But I know how to decipher. But when we don't know how to decipher sometimes, it can be daunting and we can think it's us. So understand that too, like, that it's not, it may not be you, some of the things that you, or the thoughts that you know what I'm saying? It may not be you. You may just be tapping into, because what did we just speak about? Saturn is about to go in Pisces. We are entering into, well, we're not entering, we're in the 7th year, right? So the shit is getting real, okay? It's getting real. But yeah, it's needed for you to pull yourself out of wherever you're at, as in spiritually, get into the 5D. Like I said, whenever things is not going my way, I visualize it going another way. And I'm telling y'all, if it's not working for you, hit me up. We could do a session. But it works. I don't do shit. Like, I don't chase, I attract. Literally. Whenever something's not going my way, I will literally take a nap, or before I take a nap, I'm going to visualize, okay, this is what I want. This is what I want. I may write it down. Or if it's something very simple like the relationship thing, I just visualize it happening that way. And I may take a nap after that. And then something happens, or I get a download of my dream, or I wake up with inspired action, or I just wake up and the timeline has switched. I'm telling you. And if you have trouble doing it, we can do it together. I do small sessions that are not expensive. We could do one phone call so I could teach you how to do it. But just tap into visualizing, okay? Something that really helped me as well was thinking about imagery. So that's another meditation that I'm about to start doing for y'all on YouTube. So those will help too. Eventually I'm going to start doing them. But imagery meditation, where we tap into, what am I smelling? What does it feel like? What does the air feel like? What is the texture of things? Like, tapping into that deeply, so that then my visions will get stronger. Also, too, I think I did a video in the beginning of the year about how another way to get your third eye to start being able to visualize. Because at first, when I started visualizing, I couldn't visualize shit. I'm like, I don't see nothing. I just see black. Like, my eyes just, I don't see shit. But when we start doing it, like, we see a circle. We try to visualize a circle, or we try to visualize a square. And if we can't do that, then they tell you to do, like, go to your home, like go to your childhood home, or if you still stay in that home, then go to somewhere else. Like, visualize things that you know you can go there. You feel me? Like, visualize shit that you know you're not there right now, but you know you can visualize it because you've seen it with your real eyes, so it's not hard. If that makes sense. Okay, now let me see. You said, what's his name? Glenn. Okay. Spirit, give me clarity on the dream that she had with Glenn. What's going on with that dream? Oh, too, you had rejoice and celebration too here. I meant to pull that too. But yeah, things are going to be turning around as soon as you authority position. But it's all about, look, movement, choices and decisions that you make, and spiritual strength. You stepping into power position. And you got heart chakra under that. And fulfillment of wishes, period. But yeah, Spirit, clarify this for me. Clarify Glenn. What's going on with Glenn? What's going on with that dream? What? How did I card get in this deck? Okay, so trust came out reverse, and solitude came out, which was not even. This is from the other deck, and it was in that deck, so it's definitely meant. Came out in reverse too, so definitely needing to spend that time in solitude to tap into your intuition, and like praying. God, like doing the visualization thing to get answers on that situation, but also too with his energy I was getting, he's feeling alone. I'm about to clarify that to see what's going on with that. But when I asked about the dream specifically, I got trust in reverse, so that this may mean too that it could be your own projections of doubt and like your own like mindset thinking like, oh, you know what I mean, like you know how it is, we be like shit, this nigga cheating, like it could be a lack mindset type of thing, or like a like you may just need to work on like self-love in that area, because too we got heal in reverse. So let me clarify his energy now. Did we pull cards the other day? Because I feel like I'm getting that same energy, but I don't remember if we did it for him the other day, because his energy seems like he's just working on something, like, you know what I'm saying, like, and two, this comes to like that we do be in our, exactly, we be in our head too much and overthinking. And as women, I feel like we be very available, and men are more 3D, like I said, so they're more so, they're working, they're trying to get things done in the physical, while we get things done in the spiritual. And we have trouble understanding that. So it's like he's not, I'm getting the energy that he's not comfortable, so he's trying to get himself to a comfortable position, as in he's not feeling fully in his manness, because it's like he don't like that, he don't have it, he's trying to do that, he don't got it. And then too, thinking about most men, they want to do for their woman, and if he's not even in a position to do for you, he's feeling like, I feel like he's feeling lack, he's feeling stuck, like he's feeling like he's in a stuck position. Yeah, so I would say to really just support him and be very compassionate and understanding, and play of that, try to put myself in their shoes. And also too, I'm hearing like 2 months, like, and I know that's a lot. Some people are gonna be like, why would you tell somebody that? But people be so, and this is not talking about you, but as a collective, like I feel like even myself, I used to be so like demanding in relationships. And when you think about it, it's just like we all have lives, we all have struggles, we all go through so much. And it is heavy ass energy going on right now. A lot of people that, like when I'm doing people's readings and stuff, people are going through a lot of heavy shit, and they're into spirituality. So think about somebody that may not be into spirituality that much, or whatever the case may be. Things are hard right now. Okay, so just play your role, as in like be a supporter, you know, like, because too, it's like spirit is like, through doing that, like we got strengthening bonds, like y'all connection is gonna get really deep, y'all gonna get closer. Because I feel like I'm hearing too, I just heard the connection will get deep through building a deeper friendship, and taking expectations out. Like my tattoo right here says, peace begins when expectations cease to exist. Not that you don't have any expectations, but number one, we're mirrors, right? So look into that situation too, like what am I not giving myself that I want you to give me right now? And then number two of people go through shit, like we can't straight, like it's nothing is just surface level. A lot of people think that things are just surface in our face, but most time it's not. Most time it's way more depth to everything. And then too though, as y'all strengthen the bond, blossom, new opportunities blossoming. And that could be happening around that April time too. Look, and then we got daydreams and decisions. Yeah, visualize what you want. Visualize exactly what you want from the connection. And two, scripting. Because for me, like, I'm so analytical. And you said, I think it's like Aries is one of your heavy placements. So that Aries energy is very much doer, very much I am, very much active. So you need to tap into the opposite of that is what? Libra energy, charismatic. Because that was who I was in the past life, Aries energy. And in this life, I have to be more like Libra. So Libra's more laid back. Libra's more airy. Libra's more, oh, well, I know I want this, so let me just think about the best possibility of like, oh, I'm not going to think that this person, say the cheating thing or whatever. I'm not going to think they're cheating. They're just probably working so hard on what they have to do. Like law of assumption. Some people may call that delusion. but law of assumption. Because also too, whether people want to call things delusion or not, we're creating. So I would love to be in a delusion about what I want to create. Do you hear me? Until it gets created. And when that shit pop, it's going to happen. People are so stupid to think that, not stupid, I didn't want to use that word. I don't want to use that word. But people are so naive to think and believe into social media agendas and the mind manipulation on social media. Especially that's why the divine feminine, divine masculine thing be getting on my nerves sometimes, because they be trying to shame the divine masculine constantly. And it be like, okay, but what about the divine feminine? Because I know within my journey, yeah, it may look like this with the divine masculine right now, but I did a lot of shit 2 years ago or a year ago that was like, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta create what you want, period. Create what you want and get very specific. And when you journal, write it as it's already done. Like when I wrote to Ogun the other day, sir, I wrote it as I was already done. I put, I need it done in 7 days. And I, you know what I'm saying? Like, be very specific. Now, when it comes to things like that, like, think about it like this. Like, sometimes you may not get exactly what you want when it comes to other people, because they may have a lot, like, we co-creating. So they may have a lot of shit going on. So say, like, you may not get that person, like, say if you said, oh, I want this person to come to me in 7 days and explain to me everything of how they feel, this and that. Now, you may not get that full explanation, but if you get more communication, that's a step in the right direction. That's a step that, okay, what I'm doing is working. I need to just go into 5D and work on this a little bit deeper. Okay? Did that make sense? Also, too, you could be seeing nines. But yeah, that's all I have for you. But that's beautiful. Everything's gonna be, like, don't stress it. Spirit's like, everything's working out. Everything is working out the way it needs to be. I just heard this in my head. You may need to do a cleansing, because people, and this is really sickening, and I hate that people be doing shit like this. I'm gonna pull a card on it too. But what I had, the intuitive download, as soon as you said that, I got like this that came to my mind. A lot of people will do rituals on their clients to make their clients come back and need them, or only work with them and stuff like that. So you need to do a cleansing and like a like some candle work. But I'm about to pull a card. But yeah, people be doing that weird ass shit. Like, who does shit like that? Like, but people be doing it. I've seen it. People do it to try to keep people as their customers and keep people coming back. Like, that shit is sick. That's why that shit damn near like perverted to me, as in, just like when it comes to some certain churches and things like that, like they want you to keep coming, like, but it's just like for you to sit here and do a ritual for me to keep coming back to you is creepy as fuck. Okay, Spirit, clarify, give me energy on Marie. But people doing it, so be very aware. That's why too, you shouldn't open up your energy to everybody when it comes to spirituality. And if you find you somebody you fuck with spiritually, stay with that person. Ooh. So I just got that she could be blocking, she could be trying to block your creativity. Like came out in reverse. So she's trying to block whatever you're trying to birth or whatever you're trying to do. She's trying to block. Yeah, so she's just trying to block you. So if you, yeah, so you don't need to do work on her, because what's that mean? You know what I'm saying? 2 wrongs don't make it right. But what you need to do is like return to sender, or sometimes when it comes to stuff like this, return to sender won't be strong enough. Or like if you want me to do, we could get into, we could do something. But yeah, it's gonna take like cleansing your space, opening your windows, listening to certain type of music, getting into your spiritual practices, but also too like yeah. And you may need a practitioner, because depending on it may be too much, or if it's something that you've been trying to get rid of for a while, then you may need someone else, like a practitioner, a spiritualist. Maybe you go to the other person, go to me, however, but I don't recommend doing nothing back, because it's like I'm not about to stoop to your fucking level, bitch. I don't need to do that shit. Period. But you buying that shit, and definitely too speaking the words that you say, sending that shit back out your mouth. But we could talk about it. DM me about it. Cause too, like anybody trying to block your creativity, trying to block your it's giving like burnt out spiritually. Like it's giving you trying to steal my life force, you weird ass bitch. Why? You shouldn't be concerned with the why though. Like that's not because you're called. Why else? Because she sees your light. Because she, you know what I'm saying? Like we have to realize that this is spiritual warfare. This is not what does the Bible say? This is not flesh and blood war. This is spiritual warfare. She sees your light. She probably sees your calling. People too, it's a thing where people can pull on your energy and use your energy. Like say, people can like say, okay, I have somebody in the room right here. I can pull on their energy even if I don't have gifts and things like that. I can pull on that person's energy and steal their life force while they're around me. That's real. That's a thing. People do that. You feel me? Exactly. Like you may not have seen all your gifts, or they may have not been revealed to you, but she could probably commune on the spiritual realm. And you feel me? Also too, I have emotional withdrawal at the bottom of the deck and disruption. Like it's not gonna last long. It's just not gonna last. But you gotta call it. You gotta. Oh, I just bit my tongue. You gotta use your mouth. We spell when we talk. We curse when we talk. When we talk things, you know what I'm saying? So, also, that protection prayer I got on my YouTube. Listen to that, but also repeat it out your mouth, out loud. Call your energy back to yourself, out loud. Yeah, but what, if you want to though, DM me and we can talk about what you could do on a, like, I could break it down for you or whatever. But, yeah, this is a lot to talk about right now. How you feel after you did that? And you gotta also realize too that the all is mine. So even just you questioning it right now, like questioning, you saying you did an egg cleanse, but you're still questioning it, that means that you're not believing in the healing. You know what I'm saying? Like the all is mine and we're creating with our mind. But sometimes it's hard to believe in the healing because they may have really gotten to your mind. So I can help you with that. Just DM me. We can do like a little session. But if you don't want to do the session, the all is mine. Visualize. Talk. Because if somebody is making you feel like that, they have gotten to your mind. You feel me? And it's not hard to do because social media gets into our mind. The government gets into our mind. So yes, and two, like yes, like I haven't been lighting much candles daily. I've been lighting candles, but not like I'm gonna say I was doing that daily, no. But I've been doing a lot of like praying, chanting. I can help you with some chants and stuff, and like, yeah. Cause too, it's like this year, Spirit, I'm doing my group rituals and stuff, but it's more so gonna be like for my Instagram, Patreon type of vibe. But when it comes to like YouTube, I'm really teaching this year about mental, because it all starts in our mind. But it's hard to grasp that when we're dealing with shit. You feel me? Because it's like, okay, that sound good. It's on my mind. It sound good, but it's fucking with me, you know? So it's like, also too, check out my video I did about that waterfall. Everything in that video is very much telling of symbolic. I break the symbolism down on Patreon, but just walking on dirt, walking into the waterfall, wearing all white, covering your head, all of that. Red tapestry that I had, grounding, all that is symbolic. Every last thing. You feel me? Putting crosses on my feet. Also, too, during the universal cross is what? A circle with a cross in the middle of it. Wearing protection. Especially, too, when you cleanse, you have to make sure that you protect. After you cleanse, you have to protect. You have to seal that protection in. You get out the spiritual bath, you got to seal your protection in. You can't just get out the spiritual bath and be out there like, nah, you got to make sure you're straight. Because now you open. Yes, but too, it's like, yes, it's about that cleansing, but making sure that, like I said, sealing that protection. Making sure that you, after that, keep your crystals on you. You know what I'm saying? It's like that, what you call it? Spiritual maintenance, but it was something, routine. Getting the routine. Like every Sunday and Saturday, those are my cleansing days where I do extreme cleansings on my environment and on myself. And then throughout the week, I do cleansings. You know, I haven't been taking my baths every day like I was in the beginning of the year, but sometimes that's necessary to take a bath every day, even if it's just 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Also, like on my Patreon, I got stuff that you can get to take a bath with outside of in nature. You don't have to spend no money, but you take those things, you put those things, you rinse them off, of course, and stuff like that, but you put them in your bath, you ain't spend no money, and you cleanse your life up, okay? Yeah, black tourmaline is great. I got some right here by the phone. And that's another thing, too, like when you on phones, portals, YouTube, portals, going out in Publix and stuff like that. Not Publix, but public portals. You gotta, like, you can't just go to the store with no crystal on you. You can't, you know, like, it's important. Yes. And like every time I get on live, like I keep my black crystal right here on the bottom of the phone, because this is a portal. And also too, make sure that you're cleansing your crystal so that it can do what it needs to do. Also, too, I stopped putting crystals on my altar because it kind of like... But I'm going to break it down deeply later on, but when I do the altars videos, but it will absorb a lot of the energy that you're trying to... You know what I'm saying? Because crystals absorb energy. That's what they're for. That's why we keep them, so it absorbs. I like to smoke cleanse. Salt is good too, but I like to smoke cleanse. Smoke. Sage, Palo Santos, dragon's blood. But yeah, I've gotten to taking them off my altar because they absorb a lot of energy, and sometimes we need that energy active on the altar. You feel me? We need it active. We don't need them absorbing it. So I like to just use them for what they're good for. And I keep them like in my windowsill when I record, stuff like that. Yes, I love Palo Santos. That is some of my favorite. Oh my God. That's another one right there where it's like, whenever I'm feeling any type of way, I need my coffee. I ain't had my coffee yet. Whenever I'm feeling type of way though, Palo Santos instantly lift the vibe.